Hey guys, this is Tauna. Today we're going to be talking about two new secret lairs that are coming out. These are going to be coming out with the spring super drop, which tends to be when they're going to put out, a whole bunch of new secret lairs. You can go get them, you can get bundles and stuff like that, etc., etc. These ones here are two ones that one was announced today, one a day or two ago. And yeah, generally when, secret lairs come out and stuff, I tend to cover them, go into, what the reprint value is and stuff like that, and my thoughts on them, whether you guys agree with them or not. If you like the look of them, grab them. If not, pass on them. At the moment, we're on the hunt for 2,000 subscribers. Even if 1% of the people who watch this video subscribe, we will easily hit that. If you guys can spare a subscribe, feel free to. It would be amazing to hit this 2,000, hopefully before the end of May, which is giving us a bit of time. But yeah, I'm trying to kind of push forward. I want to be an amazing Magic content creator. So I'd love to see from you guys, some support here. And it's, a free thing to do. So these first ones here are called the poker faces. As you can see, they around kind of playing card kind of style here. You've got the character mirrored. This one here is Professional Facebreaker, which is in a 2-bad kind of reprint there. $7.78 currently for the cheapest version of them. There's no rules text on here, unfortunately, which I'm not a huge fan of. We've got, the text for the character and then their creature and then their tags and stuff, but like all that rule text is kind of missing. And for something like Professional Facebreaker, there's a lot of kind of rule text. So you got to remember what it is, or have like a different version of the card off to the side, or just, bring it up on your phone. Even then, if you're playing against people who are newer to the game, they may not know what some of these characters do. So you could potentially kind of, really make people feel dumb by like playing a card and then just being like, oh hey, you should know what this means. And it's like, no dude, I've only been playing Magic for a week, what do you want about? So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of them. We'll talk about a little bit more of that later on, but Professional Facebreaker is not too bad of a reprint there. We've got Rankle, Master of Pranks, which has been reprinted to hell, as in like, a whole bunch of precons. Most recently in the Outlaw one, and then also within the Fairies one as well, as just being, having a whole bunch of kind of reprints and stuff. I don't know, it's Rankle stealing stuff. This one here is probably the most, thiefy looking card. I don't know, this doesn't even scream like Professional Facebreaker to me. This at least, I can think of as being Rankle, which isn't too bad. We've got Jax's Troublemaker. This one here does look like Jax's, which is nice. Legendary creature, human warrior, reprinted again, or just there's a whole bunch of prints of Jax's out there. And then we've got Goblin King, which hasn't been reprinted for a while, I don't believe. This one here, I don't know, it just looks very generic-y kind of goblin. If you look at let's have a look at the Goblin King. If we look up Goblin King, doesn't really look like Goblin King. Like, where's the kind of pocket thing coming from? He's not like, cleaning up his axe or anything like that. I don't know. I guess it's it's at least a not too bad of a reprint, but yeah. And then we've got Coffin Queen here, which is a decent kind of reprint there. I actually don't know this card. See, this is the thing. Like, I can see Coffin Queen and I'd be like, what is Coffin Queen? It's not a card that I've kind of, had any experience with, but this doesn't really look like Coffin Queen at all. If you play this, then, they're kind of like very generically kind of, what is it? Like Day of the Dead kind of style. Yeah, anyway. So this total comes up to $21. Not kind of great reprint value. If you like the look of the cards, definitely grab them. Just keep in mind that if you have the cards without like, the description text on them or anything like that, you're going to have to explain them potentially to people. Like, Rankle, Rankle's around a fair bit, so not too bad, but Professional Facebreaker is, I guess that one's not too bad as well. But like Goblin King or Coffin Queen, you might need to explain to people, especially, if they're new. If they're new, they might not even know Rankle or anything. All right, now the next ones here are Showcase Showcase Outlaws of Thunder Junction. But funny thing is that none of them are outlaws. I don't think any of them are like outlaws. So this is just like the wanted poster style kind of thing. So this is Calatus, Trader of Get. Someone tell me how to pronounce that. $8 and two, not too bad of a reprint there. Decent kind of card as well. So it's nice to kind of see a reprint there. The wanted style posters, though, a lot of people didn't like them. I don't mind them as much. They look pretty decent to me, at least, but I can understand why people don't like them. We've got Magda, Brazen Outlaw, who just FYI is not an outlaw. So creating goblins and stuff like that, at least like Magda is a card that gets a lot of play as well, despite the fact that it's very cheap. Like this is a very cheap card, but also gets a lot of play. Like, you know, Magda's like CEDH, you know, can be run in a whole bunch of decks. Potentially, you know, there's a lot of kind of dwarfy kind of decks that you could run her in. I'm going to potentially put her into my Vihan deck. It makes sense to kind of go in the Vihan deck and to buff up Vihan as well as, you know, the treasures and stuff. So, you know, Magda's a kind of decent card, at least, to get a reprint here. We've got Dak Faden. Now, I've got $9.27 for the cheapest version of Dak, but that is a secret layer, just keep in mind. So I think the next one was around $11. Kind of decent, you know, decent kind of reprint there. You can commit crimes with this technically as well, like make someone else draw cards if you want to. You can obviously most likely draw it onto yourself, but you can technically make other people draw cards as well. Again, not an outlaw, because, you know, Planeswalkers aren't outlaws, but, you know, kind of decent kind of reprint there too. And then we've got Greasefang. Again, not an outlaw. I don't know about this art. Some people love it. Some people hate it. It's certainly some of the art of all time. At least, you know, Greasefang's a decent kind of card too. Like, I like Greasefang, but also is a very cheap card. Like a very, very cheap card. So not all that kind of great. As for the total here, we've got $19.06 there. This one seems to only be 4 cards though. So most, you know, you're going to probably pay, you know, a bit too much. I don't know. They kind of, it depends on how you look. Do you like the look of them? So what do you guys think? Do you like the look of the wanted ones? Do you like the look of the what were they again? Oh, wow. The poker face ones. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I hope you guys had a wonderful day and goodbye.